How to talk to creditors. Honesty is always the best policy, and by being transparent and forthcoming, you may find that your creditors extend you a lot of latitude. Creditors will get nervous if every time they speak with you, you have a different plan or can't convey consistency in what you're trying to achieve. Entrepreneurs will tell creditors that they think they want to hear something in hopes of buying more time. This is not a great strategy if you are genuinely intent on restructuring your business and meeting the obligations it has. You will find that creditors can be very accommodating if they see evidence that you have done what you said you were going to do and are getting a measure of the result you said your business would achieve. If you are able to give your creditors some benchmarks and milestones to focus on, then you may be surprised to see how much support you can get from them. Good intentions are fine, but without execution, they mean nothing. To be successful at talking or interacting with your creditors, you must be able to evidence the work being done to get the result your business is seeking. Some dialogue is better suited for meetings or telephone calls, whereas updates and status reports can be communicated through email or other electronic means. How you communicate with your creditors is not as important as what you communicate with them and how often you choose to do it. When starting out down this path, you may want to commit to a schedule that you know you can meet without overcommitting yourself. Don't promise weekly updates if you don't have enough time. Change them to bi-weekly. Don't promise to forward them piles of paperwork when a summary would suffice. On the other hand, don't allow them to ask for information that is unreasonable and would take away from your ability to run your business. Some creditors will go to great lengths to develop complicated reporting criteria, which may or may not be helpful. If your business is having trouble keeping up with its daily affairs, ensure that you are letting your creditors know which requests are reasonable and which requests are not. Help them to understand the constraints your business faces, but the intention you have of giving them timely information so they are as up to date as they need to be. There's a balance to be struck when interacting with your creditors to ensure that expectations are being met. Creditors do not want to own your business. A small overlooked fact about a business in a difficult situation is that most creditors do not want to own your business. A bank did not lend your business money so that it could one day own it. A supplier or vendor did not provide products and services to your business so that one day they could step in and run your business. The government does not have an interest in running your business. Your creditors want to know and feel confident that your business will be able to meet its obligations. When speaking with your creditors, it is important to remember that you are their best option when it comes to figuring out what needs to be done and then doing the work to make sure the results enable the repayment of any debts and obligations. To instill confidence with your creditors that your business will be able to meet its obligations, you will need to communicate with them and keep them updated on your plans even if they are not going according to expectations. The single most frustrating problem for creditors dealing with entrepreneurs is the lack of communication. While there are cases where this is intentional on behalf of the entrepreneur, the majority of the time entrepreneurs simply don't know what to say to their creditors. This happens because they don't have answers that would be obvious if there was a plan and some thought put into what might be possible. Any plan you create needs to be reasonable and based on recent history so that your creditors don't need to spend time determining the likelihood that you will be successful in repaying them. Your creditors did business with you because they didn't have a reason not to. Given the circumstances you may find yourself in now, they have a reason not to do business with you. That doesn't mean you should not interact with them, but it does mean that you should be aware of how the relationship has changed. When speaking with creditors, do the best job you can to be transparent, honest, and mindful that they do not want to own your business. They are relying on you to come up with a plan for how you will settle up with them.